Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello, wrestling fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, joined by the franchise player Chris Cruitt. Couldn't pick a better co-host for what we have in store for you here. We're going to count down the top 10 moments of 2018, the very best of the action that you saw here on this very channel. Now, franchise player, what are we going to talk about first?
Well, Aaron, I am super excited to be with you. Top 10 2018, and we are going to start off with number 10. And they say that in life, first impressions are very important.
They certainly count for a lot, and we saw a number of fantastic new stars make first impressions on the PWA fans. One of them is going to join us at this time, someone you know quite well.
My boy.
The real deal, Kevin Cruitt. Now, the fans only got to see you for a short time at the end of 2018, but everyone is very excited to see what lies ahead for you in 2019. What are your goals for the year that lies ahead?
Nothing but the best, Aaron. I hope the best for me and everyone else that had made their debuts in 2018. I hope the best for everyone here in the PWA. Let's take a look at them.
As he said, let's take a look at some highlights from the likes of not just Real Deal Kevin Cruitt, but names like Krypton, Bjorn, so many more that made an impression on us here in the year 2018.
Let's check it out.
Delicious went straight to the top in 2018 and won the PWA Tag Team titles. Roll the footage. Roll the footage, stupid. They're going to show it. It's going to be great. Let's see it. Roll the footage.
Oh, Taylor scales, or excuse me, Cordova scales the turnbuckles and a huge belly-to-belly suplex. Humiliation, I should say, of being handcuffed to ringside, but watching what they did to his partner. Oh, now they're going, oh, foot on the ropes, double pin. New champions, and there's nothing that the referee can do. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and the new PWA Tag Team Champions, the Massachusetts Metrosexual Gorgeous Morgan Taylor and L.A. Cordova. What a way to end the program, fans. We do, in fact, have new champions for the second time. The team of Cordova and Taylor. But how they did it leaves a lot to be desired.
Woo! That was a fantastic moment for 2018 and a fantastic moment for each and every one of you, I'm sure.
All of you. That was my favorite moment of the year. I think that was my favorite. Was your favorite?
I think it was my favorite. Top 10. Top
you know
10.
what? Aaron Hurt, thank you so much for allowing Vicious and Delicious to take over the segment.
Thank you.
Make it entertaining for a moment. So why don't you go ahead and continue with the countdown, and Happy New Year.
Well, actually, gentlemen, I don't think that that particular clip was the moment our producers chose for inclusion in our top 10 countdown here for the best of 2018.
What are you talking about?
What other top 10 match could there have been?
What other Vicious and Delicious moment from 2018 could there have been? I can't even think of anything else. There's nothing else that could have been.
That was
are you kidding me?
I seem to recall a particular match that went down at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds sometime around April.
Don't you do it. Aaron Hurt, I'm watching you. I can see you. Don't you play that clip.
Let's take a look at our next clip. Team Straight Fire versus Vicious and Delicious. Loser wears a dress from the Fairfield County Fairgrounds.
Aaron, I'm telling you, don't you play that clip.
We're the PWA Tag Team Champions.
We deserve respect.
Don't you play that clip.
You
Don't
need
you
to.
do it.
Morgan Taylor and L.A. Cordova will be indefinitely suspended and permanently banned from competition in the Premier Wrestling Alliance unless they return to the ring. Senior referee Johnny Long has just informed me that you have until the count of 10. What? We're not doing this now. This is not happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the PWA's Top 10 Countdown of 2018. Aaron Hurt standing here with myself, the franchise player, Chris Pruitt, and we have been graced by the presence of none other than your PWA General Manager, Nick Stevens.
Now, since assuming the position of general manager in the latter half of 2018, you have made many landmark, groundbreaking decisions that have significantly affected the lives of the entire PWA roster. But what do you have to say to those who feel that your actions are controversial, shall we say?
You know, Aaron, the PWA in 2018 has reached new heights. 2019 is looking to climb even higher. As for those controversial issues that you were talking about, let me be very clear, Aaron. Some of those things had to happen. Brian Blade, for instance, it's what was best for the Premier Wrestling.
You know what? Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt, but the Southern Knight Brian Blade, 20-plus year veteran of this sport, and you just threw him out like yesterday's garbage. I don't know how you can justify that.
You know, Mr. Pruitt, a lot of people have been asking me that question. Let's watch the footage and let it speak for itself.
There you have it, fans. The number 8 moment on our countdown coming at you right now.
Let's hear from the GM.
If we must.
Brian Blade, remember, nobody likes to watch them pass win. If you win tonight, good luck. But if you don't, you're out of here.
Well, let's reiterate for the fans who maybe did not hear that quite clearly. Nick Stevens has said that this is do or die for Brian Blade without having a certain amount of intestinal fortitude, as they say, and he's just firing away with right hands and elbows right out of the gate here, whips Lafferty across, not giving the Irish Hitman any time to get things started in his direction.
Blade using that mass, moving it around quite effectively, engulfing Lafferty in the corner.
This is it, man. I mean, this guy's got to put food on his table somehow, and I'm sure the fans realize that as they're watching it. I mean, Blade is somebody, now that on the receiving end of a few short jabs there from the pugilistic powerhouse, but...
And now just slapping him in the face. How insulting this man Lafferty is.
Quite frankly, this is appalling. And this is not what the PWA tries to represent.
But back comes Blade.
Lighting it public, if you will, with an elbow right to the top of the crown of Lafferty's head. Hammers away with a series of left and rights to the body. Shoots him off. Oh, Lafferty ducks the clothesline and connects with one of his own, both men down.
Just leveled him.
Yeah, Lafferty staggered right into a boot to the midsection there, caught in a front face lock.
Uh-oh. It might be time. It might be time for this one to end. Brian Blade, I think, is going to try to hit a big move here.
Try to secure his place in the PWA for another day, but a big spear, a big tackle from Lafferty.
Could this be it? Could we be witnessing an end of an era right here? Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Irish Hitman Lafferty.
Performance review after making comments like that, but quite frankly, this is disgusting. Brian Blade, I'm sorry to have to confront you. I'm sure this is a very difficult moment for you, but it appears you're walking out of the PWA arena for what could be the last time. I'm sure all the fans would want to know, where does the Southern Knight go from here?
I don't know, Aaron. I really don't know.
Man who spent 25 years in the wrestling business. Now looking for a job.
Welcome to PWA, Dan the Beast Simmons!
welcome the big Kevin Superstar Nash.
What a special moment for PWA this is, fans. Not only do we have the pleasure of having Wes Sims and Mark Coleman back in the building for the second year in a row, but we have another elite caliber athlete and star in the business. No matter what business you're talking about, wrestling, movies, whatever it may be, we're talking about big sexy Kevin Nash.
But, you know, I've had a very interesting career for being amateur wrestler, professional wrestler, cage fighter, so I've had a very interesting career for quite a few.
Mr. Seven, I apologize. This is an unscheduled interruption, but if you would.
I just want to say thanks for coming out tonight. The heat. It's actually cool today.
Allow me to apologize, fans, for whatever is about to happen. It can't be good. I don't know if you noticed, but the Hillbillies are still wandering around out there. I guess they wanted to see how this went down.
Well, would you look who it is? Mr. Seven. Can I call you Mr. Seven?
I mean, who exactly are you?
Danny boy, listen. I am gorgeous Morgan Taylor.
Nash hasn't seen a boa that ugly since Hogan. Feeling their oats, getting out of the dresses.
And each and every one of these people know, and they'll tell you that I have a bit of a reputation for destroying UFC Hall of Famers. And would you look, we seem to have one right here. So now, gorgeous Morgan Taylor is going to show you how it's done. You step into gorgeous Morgan Taylor's.
No. None of this finger wagging here, my friend.
Listen, don't you touch my hand again.
I'm at an utter loss for words. I thought these men were foolish before, but this escalates things to an entirely different level. Oh my God! Well, I definitely think that the fans got a couple of special moments that they won't soon forget out of that little encounter. Fans, there you saw some of the many faces we had the privilege of featuring here in the year 2018 with Premier Wrestling Alliance. Some true legends in the wrestling business in the world of combat sports, the likes of Dan Severn, Mark Coleman, Kevin Nash. They certainly each made an impact on the fans and the locker room here in PWA in 2018. But our next moment, we're going to take a look at.
Listen, we had Kevin Nash, WWE Hall of Famer. We had Mark Coleman, a UFC Hall of Famer, and Dan Severn, another UFC Hall of Famer. But when Kevin Nash and Mark Coleman came by, it didn't end right there. After gorgeous Morgan Taylor and L.A. Cordova ran their mouth and got what they had coming to them, the Hillbillies decided to come out and seize opportunity. One Crazy Hillbilly had won the PWA Shot at Greatness Battle Royal and they decided it was time to cash in.
You're absolutely right that we would be remiss if we did not highlight this dramatic moment. Let's go to our number 6 clip right now. What's happening here? Conference with Anita and the referee.
Fans have been informed that the Hillbillies are using their shot at bringing the challenge for the Tag Team Championship.
There you have it, fans. It's official. There's the bell. And they're down and out. Look at this. One all the way on the shoulders. Moonsault. What have we just seen, fans? Getting what they deserve for not quitting while they were ahead, if you will. They won the titles. They got out of the obligation of having to wear those dresses. But they just bit off more than they could chew, and they forgot all about the Hillbillies, who proved that they're no dunces. And they saw a golden opportunity, and they saw that proverbial shot at greatness present itself, and they took full advantage of it. And now, again, have the privilege to announce new tag team champions in the form of Juan and John D. Crazy Hillbilly. With Anita there, we thought that they were going to party before. They're going to paint the whole trailer park red. A celebratory mood here. Under other circumstances, a lesser man may have had to become a monster to be able to battle someone like JT Hogg, but not Randy. They slug it out to start. No warming up in the bullpen cage. Now raking his face across the chain link. The barbs and the spurs on that can lacerate you instantly. There is nothing friendly about being confined in this here structure. And if these two men have made it this far, I don't think either one of them is going to be giving up. Nick Stevens right there to stick his face into Randy's mocking, berating. What would become of the PWA if Randy is the one forced to leave? Right now, he's not going anywhere. He's got a full head of steam, and he just charged across with maximum impact. Oh, but one too many times. What a sadistic environment the steel cage is. But there was no other way to settle this. We had to make sure Nick Stevens stayed on the outside. You see what the steel cage managed to do. All he can do is shout. All he can do is yell. Injured Randy in October of 2017. The most severe of which was an injury to the back, which the Razorback knows as Randy follows up. Now trying to keep the pressure on. Mounted punches in the corner. Oh, but the Razorback just dropped down. But I can't stress this enough, fans. This is loser leaves PWA, not just the United States Championship. But Randy can not only reclaim his dignity and his pride, Randy away, but I'm not so sure anything short of artillery with all the way off the top of that clothesline. But Nick Stevens takes out the referee at ringside, going into his pockets, looking for the key. Men have been placed in. Randy, firmly focused on the Razorback, does not see Nick Stevens. the most pathetic cheap shot in a litany, in a history of them. But the referee is down. Both referees, in fact, are down. Nick Stevens trying to revive him. It can't end this way for Randy. And it won't. It won't end this way. This is Randy's chance to put the Razorback away once and for all. Stares into the face of Nick Stevens, dispatches him with ease. Looks to drive a stake in the heart of the Razorback, and this could be it. Referee down to count. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and the new PWA United States champion, Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly! The shock and awe of this moment now finally setting into these fans who revel in the triumph of Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. What a victory! The man reclaimed the title he never lost. Nick Stevens throwing a tantrum, throwing a hissy fit like a petulant child. Oh, that's the... It's about time for Nick Stevens to reap a little bit of what he has sown, I'm afraid. Oh. Slap to the 500-pound Razorback, who just lost his U.S. title, who just found out he's done, he's gone from PWA, and he's got his hand around the throat of Nick Stevens. He might not live long enough for Randy to get 5 minutes with him, and he... as he uses more than his allotted 5 minutes. Oh. Tries to make peace after all of this time. I knew he was desperate, but that's just stupid. Did he suffer 2 splashes from the nearly 450-pound Bjorn, re-aggravating a rib injuries that he's been trying to heal all the way since the attack that set this whole situation in motion. Randy is pure white lightning, and you see him block the punch, got both the arms trapped now, headbutt right to the sternum. Holds on, hook that top rope, uses all 301 pounds. Say what you will about his persona, say what you will about his approach to the ring, but he hasn't held that belt for nearly a year by accident. He's used will, he's used every advantage he could get, but he might have run out of advantages, he might have run out of aces up his sleeve. Down, but creates enough separation for Gandy to go for a vertical suplex, but I don't think it's going to go the way he had in mind, as you see Randy reverses it on the concrete floor. Randy cares a lot more about trying to defend the honor that Gandy and Will, so many others have tried to take from him. That more effective. Oh, right in front of the referee, too. You know the referee hesitates to disqualify anybody in a title match like this. Oh, trademark offense from the champ. He decides he's waited long enough and just puts a boot right to those ribs. Oh, and a slap across the face. Gandy finds the back door. Shoves Randy Sternum first into the turnbuckle. Enziguri. And again, Randy face first this time. Oh, Randy blocks the suplex. Takes him up. Brain, a jackhammer. And a cover. New champion right here. How about Red, White, and Bruce from Premier Wrestling Alliance fans? What a joyous occasion we have. But in defeat, Gary Gandy proved himself to be a fine athlete and worthy champion. He just came across a better man tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the Top 10 Countdown. Aaron Hurt, we are getting so close to that top spot. What do we got coming up next? I can't wait.
Our number 3 moment features a man.
Is it me?
Unfortunately, no, but I think you'll be excited to see this next clip because we're going to show the fans how Tommy Forte became the U.S. champion, a belt that he still holds and has defended proudly all throughout the year 2018 once he captured it. We're going to see his crowning achievement here in 2018 in our number 3 moment.
Number 3. Where am I on this?
He has also held the Tag Team Championship. Tommy Forte looking for his first taste of singles gold in the PWA.
We take a look at Jeffrey John, who wants no part of the, what I'm sure he probably would feel would be the Mutual Admiration Society, and now trying to do the same thing that got him into this match in the first place, dumping both guys over the top.
Looking for a meeting of the minds there, but not to be. Oh, big hip toss. Feels him almost all the way through the ropes.
And you got to feel bad for Jeffrey Johns maybe here because he's the one who's getting worn out with his shoulders being pressed to the mat repeatedly by both Forte and Mr. Center of the Earth.
Senior referee Johnny Long in here to officiate things. I don't know if one referee is going to be enough to moderate all of the action that we're going to see. But John, again, going back to the well perhaps once too often, got caught this time. Look at the power from the 255-pound Johns with the power bomb. Dead center of the ring.
Floats over right into the cover. And there's Fahrenheit to pull the man off the cover. Maybe not saving the match for...
Let's remind everybody that this is a one-fall match. This is not an elimination match. The first man to get a pin or submission walks out with the United States Championship.
And from what I understand, this decision has to be made inside the ring. I mean, I don't really understand why John's throwing both of his opponents out to the floor.
Well, so he has room to do that. The huge plunge all the way off the top.
Very, very ugly predicament that Fahrenheit finds himself in.
Forte trying to make his way back in. He's still favoring that shoulder after being violently introduced to the ring post. Nice Japanese arm drag. And Fahrenheit can match John hold for hold and step for step.
Beautiful drop kick.
Yeah, standing position right on the money.
Only getting 2, so this match will continue.
Up on the shoulder for that maneuver. What is this? What? Somebody out of the crowd or somewhere.
And remember, this is no disqualification. Pretty much anything goes.
No, that's the only way that we have to have a winner here, but I don't know who this interloper is, this masked man.
Boot downstairs. Might be looking for the Tommy knocker. Oh, yeah, he got it. This one's going to be history, folks. 2 and 3.
And your new United States champion.
Maybe his biggest win of his professional wrestling career. And a great show of respect from Fahrenheit, giving him some love. What a matchup.
Well, I'll be darned. The PWA has finally come to their senses, and they've contacted me to let me know they're doing this top 10 countdown of 2018, the greatest moments, and who better to tell you about the next one than your PWA heavyweight champion, Outlaw Tony James. I think they finally got it right when they put me in the #1 spot. I am the #1 greatest moment in the PWA, so why don't we go ahead and go to that.
Mr. James?
What?
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought we told you when we called, you're not the #1 moment.
Not the #1 moment?
Yeah.
What number?
You're number 2.
Number 2? You come all the way to Texas to tell me I'm number 2? You gotta be out. PWA, this is just another example of how disrespectful you are to the champ. And that's all gonna change come 2019. Number 2, you gotta be out of your mind.
This match is a one-fall contest with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Premier Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship.
And a partner of his choosing. What an outstanding tag team matchup, and I'm excited to see who Chris Pruitt is going to pick to be his partner to have his back in this matchup against the tag champs. But as for tonight's main event, it is for Honorable Marbles, the biggest prize here in the Premier Wrestling Alliance, and there is the man who wants to be the heavyweight champion, the Outlaw Tony James, but he's got an uphill battle in the man that is going to step in the ring here in just a moment. He was scheduled to be out for a number of weeks. Nick Stevens says, well, you've got a title defense in 2 against Tony James. And we have to wonder just exactly how injured or how healed is Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, the reigning PWA heavyweight champion.
This is going to be a battle of epic proportions here. Carrington Carlucci, big headbutt, stuns James. I think James might have riled up a hornet's nest. Not to rely on cliches to describe this, but the only man, perhaps, that can fight fire with fire as far as Tony James goes is Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly. Give him, whether he has that title or not, but especially since he's become champion, has been so personal. Randy goes back to the headbutt. Nothing fancy about his offense, but perhaps a bit too predictable in that case, as Tony James had that charge well scouted and goes right to work on the injured leg.
And we knew it was only going to be a matter of time, having an injury and having it exploited.
For all intents and purposes, ended his PWA career, as you said, in just such a fashion.
Back to the sleeper hold after the miss in the corner.
Tony James looked like he had it locked in, though. Oh!
Come on, referee. Come on, John. You got to see this.
Oh!
Right between the eyes.
And
He's
still
nailed
enough
it.
to take the big man down.
I don't believe it. You mentioned artillery. Maybe Tony James thought so, too. A second shot caught him behind the ear. Finally dropped him to his knees.
And now back to the sleeper. And with Randy on his knees, he can get all of the leverage to make this hold not just effective, but possibly completely debilitating.
That's 2. If it drops a third time, we're going to have a new heavyweight champion, Aaron Hurd. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, my God. We've got a new champion.
Referee calls for the bell. Randy's arm dropped 3 times. What have we seen?
can't believe that we're witnessing this.
I mean, not just a title change, but perhaps Tony James proving all of the doubters wrong.
Tony James is the new champ. Well, looky here. You want to document the champ? Where's Randy? I don't know. I don't care. Change is coming. It's coming. It's coming with a vengeance. You want to know what it's like to experience thunder and lightning in an open field? Well, strap it on, baby, because I'm coming for you. Woo!
There was, fans, the number 2 moment on our countdown. Tony James becoming the new PWA heavyweight champion. Obviously disgruntled with his ranking on our year-end countdown. He'll just have to console himself with the fact that he still holds that title and will carry it into 2019. But I think I'll refrain from commenting any further on Mr. James' exploits this past year, and instead get the thoughts of my colleague who has a far more personal take on Tony James in the year 2018.
What's he complaining about? He's number 2 on the list. He's the PWA heavyweight champion. I'm not even on the list. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's what you've been keeping from me. I am on the list. I'm number 1. Tell us what number 1 is, Aaron. We're dying to know. You wouldn't even show me the envelope. You don't trust me.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to make you guys wait just a little bit longer.
No, we can't. You've got to be kidding me.
That's just about long enough. Let's go to our number 1 clip right now.
Oh, Aaron, I can't.
The top moment of 2018.
Aaron, I can't do this anymore. I have heart problems.
I don't know what we have here, but our match is apparently over. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the PWA United States Champion, Razorback JT Hogg.
And just like that, another 2 victims for my monster, the Razorback, your PWA United States Champion. But Mr. Hurt, we have heard you over the past multiple weeks on commentary. You have said some very vile and evil things about myself and my monster, the Razorback. Oh, Razorback, I have found your next victim, and he goes by the name of Aaron Hurt. Razorback, destroy him!
Believe what I've just seen. It's Randy. No! It is Randy in the flesh in the PWA arena once again.
No! No!
The journey this man took to get back to this point is indescribable. But we've got Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly in the building, and he's coming for JT Hogg. The moment that fans have been clamoring for weeks and months. Ever since the despicable scene at the fairgrounds back last October, we've known that this moment was inevitable, and now it is upon us. two men come face to face, center of the ring. All the animosity, all the hatred. It only needs a spark to explode, and that is it. He's reaching out. He's got Randy by the throat. What's he waiting for? Randy let the Razorback get in a shot. That's all he's going to get in. He's firing back. Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly standing tall in a PWA ring.
Razorback!
There was, fans, the number one moment of the year 2018, wrapping up our top 10 countdown, featuring the man joining us right now, Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, franchise player. What are your thoughts on what we saw?
What a year for the PWA. What a year for Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly to be put on the sidelines for 7 months, only to make your way back to the PWA, only to have that triumphant return. It had to be awesome.
You're right, franchise player. It was. That feeling just put me over the top. 2018 was a great year. Had a lot of ups. Had a lot of downs, too. 2019 is going to be better. I'm going to climb back on top of the mountain of the PWA. I want to thank you guys for having me.
Well, there you saw a very happy, healthy, hungry, determined Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly, ready to recapture that PWA championship and wear it proudly once again in the year 2019. Any final thoughts, franchise player, on what we have brought to the fans in this countdown?
You know, Aaron, 2018 all by itself was a lot, and now reliving it here tonight with you has been nothing short of amazing. I got nothing left. Happy New Year.
Well, fans, we hope that the moments that you saw speak for themselves, show you why PWA has been so exciting to follow on a regular basis in 2018. We want to thank each and every one of you who subscribed, who watched us on YouTube, who bought a ticket to see us in person and supported the PWA in the year 2018. And rest assured that there is more of the same to come in the years ahead. Thank you for joining us for the year 2018. We're going to put a bow on it and wrap it up, but make sure that you're back with us for all of the great action coming to you from the Premier Wrestling Alliance in 2019 and beyond. For PWA, my name is Aaron Hurt. Thank you for joining us.